This is on Lummi Island. These are the Lummi natives of up there on Lummi Island. I actually worked at Carnival one summer out there. Pretty good turnouts. These are all probably in the late 50s, maybe 57, 58. My mother was an avid amateur, taking a lot of home movies, small clips, no explanation, no music in those days. So we'll be moving along to a parade in Tenino, Washington, probably late 50s, early 50s, in the 50s. Shots of Rainier downtown when it was in the 50s. Perhaps, we'll be going up to Fred Beck's farm in Ferndale here in a minute. And also, um, I apologize for the amateurish thing here, but I wanted to get this on record. And little feller, this is, I have no idea. That's me, high school. I think my mother came down to embarrass me. Narrow ties in those days. Oh, now I got the camera. A little payback, Mom. This is on the way up to Ferndale, I believe. On Sunday nights, we go out to our Hereth. We have this is Steve Beck's farm. I actually worked here one summer. And, yeah, it was probably the best shape of my life. Yeah. When we did hay, Steve Beck had to have the bales on just right on that hay back there. I think we're at Blaine. It's probably a little different nowadays at Blaine. It's a piece of it. That's Fred Beck. Long gone. Almost everybody here is long gone. These are all my relatives. That's Martha Beck. She's got a camera too. Yeah, that was quite the phenomenon in those days when they came out with movie cameras. Mother had a light bar, had about 4 intense bulbs on it so we could film inside houses. Yeah. This is on a beach in Marysville, Mission Beach, I believe. Well, that's me and this, well, going fishing. Lake Stevens. This is Lake Stevens. That's just north of Everett, or east or west or something of Everett. One time we were in Idaho, and some other neighbor kids there were visiting friends, and we rented a boat and went out in the St. Joseph River. And the parents came out looking for us and saw us in the boat. Boy, they were not happy. My dad. Sure wish he had that voice in those days. Love to hear my mother's voice, father's voice. Nice shot of the sky. That's Walt Hereth, my and his wife, Balbina. The next door neighbors. We lived in Everett, and these were next door neighbors. Yeah. This is the railroad yards in Everett. Actually, we're filming the wrecking gang. Well, there we went. We already been there. What are we doing now? I think must be Eastern Washington. We visited relatives there. That's Arnie pulling kids around, and that's my mother. I'm giving mother a ride. Hilarious. That's my dad feeding the horse there. Arnie kissing a dog. My mother was a puppy. Yeah, we were wild on the farm, Hereth Farm. The cousins out of homies. They had a big farm up there. And, we played with the camera sometimes. You'll see some shots that were, again, late 50s, early 60s. Must be Eastern Washington. Well, no, it's not. Whoa, look at that ride. You see shots of Seattle World's Fair, too. I remember Gay going on a ride there. Gay was my second cousin. She's the youngest of the Hereth tribe. There's some cows. Get out of the road. This was in St. Mary's, Idaho. We went to see this lady. She's my family worked for the Milwaukee Railroad, and we were actually stationed here in St. Mary's for a while. This is where I went and got the other kids. We went down and rented a rowboat. Boy, the parents were not happy. What's going on here? Hereth kids. This must be the Cheeks farm up in Mount Vernon. This is in Stolts, Jacob Weber's farm. He moved out here from South Dakota, ran that creamery, and they moved out here to the coast. And started a creamery and sold milk in 50-gallon and milk cans. I don't know, what were they, 25, 30-gallon? Yeah. Built his own house and had some boys, and they helped him. And these are kids playing. I guess this is Cheeks. I can't remember. So Clayton Cheek was an honorable Boy Scout. When my father died, he wrote a poem about working on the railroad. This is Cheeks for going down to the creek that ran through their property, south of Mount Vernon, Washington. Now we're back in Everett again. Extreme close-up. Unknown. It's my dad. This is got my lawn. I loved visiting some friends out of Rainier when I was a kid named Schlesinger. And, I'm sure the roads must be a lot different now from Rainier to Yelm, but they were neat people. We're back in Everett again. All right, mowing the lawn. Go, boy, go. And this is Aunt Irene with a baby at our house in Everett. Hey, I thought you were supposed to be cleaning those, not eating them. That's gay on a Halloween. We're in the Hereth house. It's in Homish, Washington. This is Halloween. She's showing us how much candy she got. People, I should know the name of it, but there's Walt Hereth smoking in the house. Wow. Every Sunday night we go out and show home movies and have Dad's root beer and popcorn on Sunday nights. Mm-hmm. This film is copyrighted. There's Mark Hereth, he's passed away. Gay, I believe, is still rocking. That's Aunt Irene, one of my favorite aunts. She was Jacob Weber's wife. This is Everett, Washington. There's our 53 Chevrolet. Bernie Hansen, he's passed away. Natalie Hansen, I believe she's still alive. Bernie, he's passed away. I went to visit him. He's a ham radio operator, pretty intelligent man in electronics. 57 Chevy. What are we doing here, kids? All family. So, Colonel fried chicken. All these cars, you can tell what day, what year it is from the automobiles. See him close up. That's Arnie. That's my dad. I'm Lewin. We're in South Dakota. I believe so. Yep, Isabel. Parade in Isabel, South Dakota. Mm-hmm. We stand behind all the equipment except this one, that manure spreader said. Isabel Hardware. There's Arnie, his cowboy hat. You know why they keep them rolled up on the sides? So you can get three in the cab of the pickup truck. I think this might be, oh wow, we're in South Dakota. Are we still? That was important. What's the shirt you got on there, buddy? It's my dad. Drinking water out of the, oh, there's my mom drinking water out of the pump. Away we go. Whoa. My dad. Oh, who's this now? Looks like my Agnes in the middle. I don't remember where we are. So I visited, I said our house in Hereth, the kids were. I visited my brother-in-law and sister in Oklahoma, and we're having a family reunion in South Dakota. And Melvin drove and drove and drove, and finally says, I got to stop. And so I got out with him, and we laid down on the ground by the railroad tracks. And pretty soon we heard like a tornado coming. And here it was a gas engine, a a diesel locomotive, but it was gas turbine powered. That stuff made such a racket, we thought we were going to die from the noise, and we finally realized it was a train. That's Uncle Jacob Weber. He's passed away now. That's his wife, I mean. She's passed away. It's a house in Everett. Uptown Everett. Well, pretty short clips. Next door neighbor, Colleen. He'll fall on steps. There's a Peace Lutheran Church, Monroe, Washington. We went there quite often because relatives went there. Little Stevie and his mother and father. Stevie's, they moved to Oklahoma, to Lone Wolf, Oklahoma. And when I was there, I actually visited Louisville. And here I am, walking in the back. Oh, check out that haircut. Holland Weber. This is Weber Farm outside of Sultan. Like I said, Uncle Jake Weber, they built all their own barn and milk house. And a lot of fun in those days. Louisville was there. Brother. And this is when they got married. Rosanna and Jim Brown, I think his name was. My dad and his sister, Sarah Nell, no, it's not his sister, that's Sarah Nell, and his brother, uh, Uncle Werner, pastor of the Open Bible Church. And Irene, Jacob and Irene. Uncle Curly. Well, this is a family, okay. Oh, we're back here. That's her cousin. My dad, Mom. Wow, I should take a print of that. Uncle Curly, my mom. Jim and Rosanna. My mother. My mother was quite the hostess. Valerie, Agnes Cheek. My sister Levon. Wow. long time ago. Unknown. This is Mission Beach, back in Mission Beach, Marysville, Washington. It's just north of Everett. My dad, we had good friends that lived there. This is, our 57, no. Somebody else's 56 Chevy. Sorry about the amateur film here. That's Cutty Cheek. That's, Laverne Weber, Dr. Laverne Weber, head of oceanography at the University of Washington. And this is a celebration of Laverne Weber getting his degree as a doctor. Walt Hereth. That's Laverne's wife at the time. They've all passed on. And there's wow. That's Anita. And then Irene, Anita Weber. She's married to my mom. Hey, get out of there, Mom. Nice landscape view. Kind of looks like it's down where we at here. No idea. It's unknown who the operator of the camera was. Sometimes I operated it, and sometimes Mom. I don't think I ever saw Dad actually filming something. Boy. Checking out these houses. Hope it's too boring for you people that my watchers. My channel on YouTube is called The Cosmic Spin Drifter 8641. I have many entries on there, and I really appreciate subscribing. Boy, this is boring. I should have music playing in the background. I hope you all do. Oh, there we go. Well, that was me. That's my sister LaVon. Oh, yeah. My sister LaVon. Maybe some double exposure. And there's the youngest one. She's passed away. David, he's the fire marshal for Kitsap County now. That's my sister. That's me. That's Dana, the youngest. That's my mom, sister hanging up clothes there. There's a Ford that drove up from Oklahoma, I believe. the heck am I doing? There's my dad coming home from work. Poor old man. Worked his bones. Walked the Milwaukee Road. Always provided a great income for his family. This is very interesting. No idea what it's trying to film. Sorry, cameras weren't exactly top of the line in those days. Those are some pressure shots of the Bond family. I still have all of Mom's home movies. Maybe we'll have to remake them into DVDs again. I don't know. I don't have a computer, so I can't edit a lot of things out. I'm sorry for the amateur techniques used in this film. But, maybe it's the end. No, there it is. Bob Lynham, Robert Lynham. And here's the Bond. And I guess we're leaving for Oklahoma. Back to Oklahoma. That's Bob. And my sister met Bob in Oklahoma. There's David, fire marshal for Kitsap County now. Mm-hmm. Got his hats rolled up on the side, too, so we can get 3 in a pickup truck. Yeah, well, precious. No idea what that line down the middle is. Homecoming. This must be Everett. Could be homecoming parade, Everett High School, where I graduated from in 1965 with Dennis Erickson. Turned out to be a football coach for the Seahawks. Played ball with him. Seagulls, they call them. We went on field trips. We even went all through the Cascade Tunnel to the Wenatchee to play basketball. We had a lot of sports enthusiasm then. Well, there's Dad. Oh, this is on the North Pacific Railroad. And, there's a couple of serious wrecks with this North Pacific Railroad. One of them was coming down the hill too fast, and the engineer wasn't aware of it, and they hit a curve and wrecked the train. Well, boy, this is a whole bunch of family here, and friends, I guess. Boy, look at that clap over there. Oh, here we are back with some people. Switching, there's a Great Northern train here in Everett, Washington. Yeah, here in Everett, Washington. And well, all down watching the train. All right, train watchers. Oh, there's my dad. We went down to see my dad. That looks like a Northern Pacific engine. One time coming home from school up from Snohomish to the farm, the engineer, train people let us ride the engine back to the farmhouse and drop us off there. Identification Bock. It's my dad working on a little toilet he put in there for men. So we had a men's toilet and a women's. Wow, Mary. told me, boy, wow, she flipped around from prison. Yeah. Sorry about the continuity. That's my sister Agnes. That's me messing with some kids, huh? And my dad. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's my Melvin. This is when we drove from Oklahoma up to South Dakota. So this is on the ranch. 50-mile hour, 50-mile driveway, whatever it was, 35 miles. Way up there in South Dakota. That's my sister Agnes, and this is one of the last times we ever saw the family. I mean, my sister and her husband Melvin, they passed away. That was my Grandpa Whirlinger. It's my Ukrainian branch to our family. That's him right there in the middle. And those were all the brothers and sisters. And I didn't know my mom and dad was going to be there. And these Whirlinger boys took me down in the basement, and they had freezers full of cold beer. So I had a few beers. I was pretty much wound out when I went upstairs. Mom and Dad walked out of the bedroom. I was pretty tipsy. Salt fun, though. What a shock for a young boy. Mm-hmm. It might have been Lavon's, Agnes's oldest girl. Debbie? There's Sarah. There's Ellen Ray. And now they're all heading back to Oklahoma. And now where are we? Mary? Dad? Kenny? Amanda? No. It's Walt Hereth and one of the Weber girls. I mean, we had family dinners out there, and this is not at the Weber farm, is it? That's what I mean. But, unknown. There's Albina. So this is the whole Hereth clan here. This is the homie farmhouse, the Springhetty Road. It's coming out of the farmhouse. Well, yeah, it's like a clown car. All the people coming out. Kenny, going to the army. Yeah, he is. My sister owns her own flower shop in Port Orchard, Washington. Actually was a judge. This is the Great Northern Railroad Station in Everett, Washington, in its finest. Here comes a Great Northern train. Oh, Arnie's home from one of his trips. I don't know how these clips got so mixed up. Extreme close up. That's an old Chevy. The people that mother was a housekeeper for let her drive that car. Now where are we? Yeah. What's the old 53 Chevy? Boy. My dad gave that to go to college, and we found it just so many miles on it. I gave up the ghost. Here comes a bridge. Snoqualmie Falls. Well, it looks like we're headed to Stevens Pass, maybe Sultan. I shot at raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head like an old man. It's definitely not Stevens Pass. I don't know where we're going. Eastern Washington. Maybe this is we made a trip over there. Yeah, this is Grand Coulee Dam. It's moving a lot friskier than I am now, Mama. So we get to Grand Coulee Dam, and I walk out there and look over Look over the spillway, boy. I jumped back from that. That was quite a rush. Time traveling. What speed? Well, that ain't good. So that's me pushing. I don't know. It's Bernie Weber. We're at the farm in Sultan. We should have flag football games out there on Thanksgiving. That's Uncle Jacob. This is in the Uncle Jacob's farmhouse. And I mean, finally got those candles out. They're probably relighters. Walt, Uncle Jacob. Now we're back in now we're back in Everett. Got some beautiful memories and jumping around. Unknown. That looks like our house. It must be. There's my dad. This is when it was beautiful. That clock disappeared. Still have that monkey. Mm-hmm. So pictures of my dad and myself and Levon and Santa Lee in our house. Yep. Somewhere else. P.C. Chevy. Someone unknown. Everett Herald. I was a newspaper boy there. That's my dad. Quite the creatures you have there, Mr. Bock. Unknown. House with Everett. Walt. Family. It's like a game. Oh, it's Christmas and they're singing around the, this King Hereth in the back. Vernon and his wife. At the Ferris farm. This is Chick's house. This is Uncle Jacob. After church, the homies fly on with, it's confirmed there. Watch the whole family here. That's all those people. Back on the farm is the homies. That's me. That's Walt. I hit that telephone pole with a tractor one shot. The scoop up. My dad coming home from work. He's still waiting for someone. This is Sultan. This is Harlan. Lyle Hereth. He's passed away. Cut his cheek with a leather coat. What are we doing? Double exposure. Classic. I don't know what kind of glitch causes double exposure. Precious. Mom and Dad. I don't know that. maybe. Looks like that Star Wars guy. My dad would bring home oil all the time. That's not Dad. Oh, where are we at here now? No, that's definitely going to the farm, Weber's. That must be Bree and Allie's oldest. Speaking of seals, that must be down the Oregon coast, Oregon coast. Well, I don't know where we're at here. most likely to be another roadside attraction somewhere. What, are you married now or what? uh, too dark to tell who these people are. Sunrise, sunset. My dad and myself were waiting for a train. There's Mama. I love those freight carts. When we electrified, we're on the walking road. This is in the dining car. Just a little clip here. Porters. My mother, my father, my mother, my father, my mother, a porter. I still have the coffee cups in the last train to the coast. Milwaukee Road stopped the passenger service. Drove there in my storage with my mama. My mom said that kid's got more train rides than any kid ever. I put a few miles on passenger trains and they got rid of me in the summertime. Summertime. Milwaukee Road was somewhere. So, double exposure again. Somebody's funeral. I still apologize to the amateur work here. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who died. I still have Mom's Home Movies on, about 50 reels. And I made this DVD, and might have to do that again, but it'll probably turn out the same. I was hoping that this clip had some Rainier, Washington stuff on it. We're over an hour, almost an hour into it, and I haven't seen that. Northern Pacific Railroad, nice train shots. So sorry about the double exposure. I don't know how I could put two films in there. Overlap. There's a train trestle. Watch out for the train. Pressure shots, rude. had a person. Mm. Isn't that Anita? No, not necessarily. Oh, great. Back to one. Unknown. Must have the light bar on. People going, bright light, bright light. Having a clue. Yep, remember televisions like that instead of 2 inches thick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now here's some cool switches. No idea. I thought he was going to illustrate how you dog battle. Slavan. Boy. Wow, that's Mother and Sandy. We must be in Minnesota. Mother's sister. And there's Stolts. That's August Stolts. And Aunt Mary. We're all birthdays were all on the same day, along with Ken Hereth, August 26th. And now we're going somewhere else. Still got that dog, getting it ready for dinner. Nice work, Arnie. I can tell when I'm running the camera. I actually worked in a film here in town, Tacoma, called Prefontaine. That was fun. Jared Leto starred in that, and now he's out in a new movie, the remake of Tron. It's supposed to be absolutely fabulous. Now these are. Sure. Let's, we're back at our house. Yeah. See that record player radio thing in the back? So Chinese people that Mom worked for gave us that, and there were some records in there, like Real Lives and quite a few classics. Yeah. Hmm. Very dark. Feel free to fast forward to these places. Aren't showing up too well. Say, hey, Bock. This one's the Eastern Washington. Why did it come down that way? Is that me? Could be. This is the farm in Sultan, Uncle Jacob's farm. There's all the kids, gay, and I don't know who the girls are. Must be Natalie Cheek there somewhere. Walt. My dad. Oh, it's just better filming. Yeah, we were shooting BB guns, and one of them bounced off of the hard wood and put glass in my eye. And I finally found an eye doctor that was open in Monroe. She saved my eye. They tell me, don't blink. How are you not supposed to blink? Mm-hmm. Walt and Labina, and I was moving too fast. Mm-hmm. No, that's Melvin and his. What was Melvin doing? That's what was Melvin. Who are we wrestling? So the Martins were up there. The Martins' kids. Janie and Ellen Ray and Jackie. Uh-huh. This is a Schlesinger farm. This is right outside of Rainier. Oh, they had a beautiful place there. See how idyllic it is? It's like something out of a. Well, we shortly we left Schlesinger's farm. We left Rainier, and now okay, we're in the woods again. Oh, it's all lit, yeah. I was supposed to stay down below when my parents went up. I came all the way up to the top looking for him, and my dad held me out one of those portcullis up in the top and hung me out there. True story. Punishment, you know. My dad was a strict person. Now who are these kids? Oh, who are these people? Kind old man like I am. Oh, wow. Is that growth matter? Wow. Mission Beach. When the sun sets on Mission Beach. Like Stevens. Oh, we're back in Sultan. And Farm and Snohomish, that's gay. I think I'm going to ride the horse here. She had a miniature horse. Through the barn, there's this little Shetland pony. I wonder if the old barn still stands. It fell down one time. Remember Albina saying, I'm sure glad your kids went down there playing because it collapsed, but not entirely. It's kind of hard to explain. That's Uncle Jacob. That's Mark Hereth. We might do some camera work here. Whoops. Guess we're back to, we're on the farm. That's a big Buick. They're quite the passel. That's Albina. Not a Shetland. That must be. Extreme close-ups. We're big on that. Woof, 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 woof. That's my dad. What are you guys doing? Oh, wow. Back to Mom, Dad, Uncle Winter. No, is that Grandpa Winter? Winter? Yes. Mom, Dad, Uncle Whirlinger. I mean, Grandpa Whirlinger. And Mom. That's her dad. Wow. Interesting. Grandpa Whirlinger. Is that more? Pulling chains at that age. Schlossingers. We're in Timberlake, South Dakota. I don't know how long. On the train again. And the one accident the motor stick had, when the train was going too fast for a curve, there was one fatality when one of the cars dug into the dirt and it suffocated a little girl. Here we're back on Snohomish Farm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, look at the bicycle. Yeah, we did some creative art project there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really running fast. Look at the side. That's Ken. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jacob. Farmhouse. That's where the milk tanks were. Hmm. That's the Holy's farm. Mm-hmm. We're making sausage on the farm. They always had some pigs, and then we'd operate all night long making sausage with real skins, and they would smoke the sausages. They were so good. Mm-hmm. My dad and mom and Gay is helping too. Mm-hmm. Walt, yeah, garlic and salt peanut and all these flavorings. My mom. The old sausage press, I bet they still have it. Well, if you watch this, Ken, remember sausage making? It should be a shot of a clock. It's like 4 a.m. or something. Mm-hmm. Why, when she opened up the cupboard doors, everything was just perfectly lined up. All the spices and things. Mm-hmm. Just tying off the sausage. These were real sausage skins in those days, not the plastic they use now. Mm-hmm. There's my dad. Mm-hmm. Walt Hereth. Lavina. His mom. Mm-hmm. There it is. Oh, it's 11:30. Ohio. Oregon. Ohio. Well, I don't know whose funeral this is. It's a long, long time ago. Oh man, I'm not like you. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is this even our family? Everybody should have pre-arrangements made. So if you or your spouse passes away, if your spouse survives, they might steer you into buying a lot of things that you really don't need, like sealer caskets and burial vaults, and you could spend $25,000 on a funeral. So you should have all those pre-arrangements made. I was the funeral director for many years. And, this is something that we need to do: is to have all your affairs in order, because we're just one heartbeat away. Cherish every present second. Cherish every present second. Really interesting. Equipment there. Where are we? There's a locomotive. I actually rode up there several times on a trip from Everett up to Cedar Falls. Stayed in the old station house up there, the Beanery. Yep. And, I was in the cab. They have a restroom in there. So I went in to use the bathroom, and I pushed on the flush button with your foot, and the horn went off at the same time. Boy, it jumped me about 2 feet away because I thought I was blowing the horn. Mm-hmm. This is in Everett, Washington. This is where my dad worked out of. Also, the freight house here in Tacoma was one of Dad's offices, and there's my sister LeBon, and they're changing the baby. Look at that pan. There's a station wagon. I'm sorry these things are so not in continuity, but I took all the films into a processing thing, and they put them all together, apparently not in the same order as they were done. So, who's the bond taking care of? Dana? She's the youngest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Isn't that something? Come on. Not a happy camper. I got the light bar going. 4 million lumens. Now we got her. Well, it doesn't matter. We're on the way to somewhere. This is Everett. Quite a snowfall. We used to get snowfalls like that in Rainier. And also ant hills. You never find them anywhere else except around Rainier. Ant hills 4 feet high. Dig down on the ground. There's my dad, and we're doing something. Okay, this is my garage, our garage. 56 Chevy. About a 56 Chevy. Oh, we're back on the locomotives again. No, now we're, sure wish I had a clue. Feel free to pass the word past the boring parts. I don't know where we're at here. I know we went down to the beach one time with Rainier High School or something, digging for clams. My dad, so it wasn't Rainier High School. This lady, don't know. Might be Martha Beck. Maybe he's down there with Steve Beck. Oh, yeah, I think that's Steve Beck. Short-term relatives. I don't know why the name was Beck and ours is Bock, but so that's up in around Bellingham. Fred Beck, their farm was in Ferndale, which is closely related to Bellingham, the vicinity. Someone lost a big white object there. Precious memory. I ate a lot of Ivar's clam chowder. Actually met Ivar's probably at 57. My parents took me to Ivar's restaurant in downtown Seattle. He was going around shaking everybody's hand and meeting him there. Ivar's Acres of Clams. Well, enough with the clam digging here. Stay clam. Hey, we're away from clams. What are we doing now? My dad. Gladiolas. Fred Beck. So, well, this is definitely going up the over the pass. As you leave Everett on Highway 2, you hit Snohomish, and continue up, you hit Monroe, and then you hit a town called Startup, because that was the startup. Here we are at Blaine again. Dad. Extreme close up. Rick Stevens again? No. Bock. I'm sorry. No idea where we're at. My dad repairing our house. In Everett. 2814 Leonard Drive. Dad bought the house for $5,500 in '57, I believe. It sold for $235,000. About 19 in the '80s. Yeah. The '56 Chevy, '53 Chevy. Is that the '56 behind it? Yeah, it's both Chevys. Neighbors' houses. The mill in Everett. Okay, we're back, back where? Dad, Mom, Walt, kid, Dad. Maybe it was just a picnic somewhere. No, it's at the Sultan house. It's Jacob Weber's house. There's Natalie. They had a chicken coop that had a heater in it so they could keep the chickens warm all winter. They sell eggs. They sell milk. And that's Harlan Weber, Lyle, and Baby. Alina. She's an RN, salt of the earth. She gave me a hug this Sunday. Then she went in the hospital and had her finger amputated. Something happened and she passed away. Very sad, very sad. Well, but on this birth, for a brief time, one breath, and we're gone. Who's that kid? Ah. Oh. Where are we here? Don't recognize that. I guess it was upstairs there, so. Harlan had the neatest line down train set. Man, what operating that? It was gay, I think. That's the next door neighbors in Everett. Come on, quiet. Right in Everett. I was hoping that the Rainier, Washington, and Tenino, Washington, prayed to be on here. But, Quick, turn on some band music. Hi. Huh. I wonder if they let BC boats back down here nowadays. What's going on? Sorensen Optical Company. Hmm. No. Cocoa dancer. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching.